Greetings, Lucky Legends. Welcome to the dojo. My name is Lucky, this is Lucky Lad TV. I'm your host of this video, and it's time for our Week 8 PMC battle against Misty and the Misty Drapions. Now, I'm not super confident about this matchup. She has some crazy power on her team, but I definitely like the squad that we brought. So, if we win, we'll win in style. If we lose, we will lose in style. I'm expecting the Gligor, or Gliscor, my bad, because that is my opponent's only, so my opponent has no defog or hazard setting available, so I'm 100% opening up with Jirachi, and there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that I'm opening up with Jirachi. If I saw the Gliscor on my opponent's team, I would open up with Grayscale. However, I don't see that, so I'm definitely opening up with my Jirachi, as it does get up the stealth rocks against my opponent. If my opponent opens up with the Charizard, I'm guaranteed to live a Flare Blitz from that thing, so I can hit that thing with a Thunder Wave and then get up our stealth rocks. But hazards are very important for this battle, because as you can see, my opponent has a flying weakness and has a rock weakness and no rock resistances. So things might get a little bit dicey, but at least that way Misty won't be able to just swap around endlessly against us. I wish we had spikes. Not for this battle specifically, but in general, because, for certain matchups, when they have a lot of just grounded stuff, it really is a good thing to have. We open up with Jirachi, and she opens up with Lily, which is the Electivire. So we get our Stealth Rocks up here 100%. I don't even think this thing learns Taunt. My guess is we're going to see a Volt Switch. I'm guessing this thing is Choice Scarfed. I don't believe we brought a Ground type this week. Goes straight for the Thunder Punch. Now, we're going to eat this up. Obviously, that was a crit. I could tell just from the damage that was a crit, because we are max defense. I'm going to go for the Wish first, because right now because this Thunder Punch should not do very much. We go for the Wish. We're not going to live another one, though, so I am going to switch. I'm really thinking this thing is actually Choice Banded now that I'm looking at it. So I'm going to switch out into Dallas. We can get our little boost, because this thing really looks like it's going to be banded. Predictions! That's going to be a dead Dallas. We just got hard predicted. That was very impressive. But we got our rocks up. That's the important part. As right here, Malice comes out, and Malice is going to click Knockoff. So this thing must be Expert Belt or something along those lines. I'm going to click the Knockoff, as I said. I believe we actually naturally outspeed this thing. Muscle Band. Goes for the Brick Break. We should live that. Yeah, we live that. I'm going to go for the Knockoff again. Getting rid of this thing should be very nice. I don't know how Misty plays, so that's definitely going to be a part of this, is trying to learn how she plays. As we get the Moxie boost right there. The Azu comes out, which means it is switch time, and I'm actually going to switch into my Jirachi. There's really no reason not to, although we could also switch out into Elegance, but I don't want to take a Choice Banded attack. So I'm going to switch out into Jirachi, let Jirachi go down. As you could see, my opponent has an extremely offensive team. That's leftovers Azumarill. Okay. I'm going to try and go for a Wish. Not having our Manectric is going to be a really big problem. So forgoes the Aqua Jet and goes for the knockoff instead. But now we get some Wish health back. And that is no more Aqua Berries, so Charizard could be a problem. However, it does come in at 50%. So at this point, I'm thinking we just bring in Elegance and fire off a Hyper Voice. Or we could start... Or we could also go for Reflect. Because I know for a fact we outspeed this thing. I like Reflect. I'm going to go for the Reflect. It's a bit of a cheeky play. We will get hit by the Aqua Jet. However, this thing's not banded, so it's not going to do a crazy amount. How do you... Oh, you're running Jolly. That's how you outspeed us. So this is actually a Jolly Azumarill. Which is... And we get that Wish. And here comes the Hyper Voice. This is a Jolly Azumarill. I don't know how to react to how she plays because it's very unusual. I'm not going to say it's necessarily better or worse, but it's very unusual in relation to what I'm used to. As Buffy comes out, Buffy is the Goodra, and Goodra is not going to appreciate this. Especially if you are defensive. You are Spadef, though. That looks to be Assault Vest, actually. There's no way you can one-shot us. I'm going for another Hyper Voice. As that Hyper Voice goes off and Buffy goes down. And with that Reflect up, we are actually kind of sitting pretty right here. It'll be interesting to see how Misty responds. With that Reflect up, we are not getting one-shotted. As Styx comes in, actually this thing could be a bit of an issue. I actually want to bring up my calcs. And see, we have Drapion. Let's say it's Adamant. Who cares? We do have the Reflect up, and I am a Sylveon. Poison Jab's not killing us. And we're invested on top of that. How much does a Hyper Voice do? Hyper Voice. 252. Modest. With Pixelate. That does a lot. It has a really good chance to knock out after Stealth Rock, so I'm going to go for the Hyper Voice. Poison, unless she crits us, which she does not, doesn't poison us either. So the Hyper Voice, really good chance to take him out. We knock out Styx. Sylveon is having fun, and we still have our Reflect up. Reflect is still up. How do we take a Flare Blitz from a Charizard? Flare Blitz. No, Flare Blitz is going to take us down. We don't have that much invested into bulk. I'm going to go look at... Yeah, in comes the Charizard. How much do we have invested in bulk? We have like an okay amount invested. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, no matter what... Because I can't switch out, because if this thing gets up a free Dragon Dance, we are absolutely screwed. So I do have to go for the Hyper Voice, just to prevent that from happening. As Flare Blitz will most likely take us out, if she is running Adamant. She goes for Earthquake, that's not taking us out. And Hyper Voice is definitely taking this thing out. Goodbye. Charlie goes down. My opponent's last mon is the Noivern. And as I said, we have Well, I didn't say this, but we do have our Kyurem in the back, rocking with that Ice Beam. Oh, no, wait, you still have a Zoom Rail. Forgot about that. Now, how do we deal with a Zoom Rail? Well, we have Choice Bandit action coming through. I think at this point we just need to fire off another Hyper Voice. Or we can try and go for the Reflect. I think the Reflect is our better play in the end. Is Aqua Jet going to take us out? Aqua Jet takes us out. Alright, so... However, at this point... How do you... Oh, right! I just remembered. We have Cross Poison. So, Bloodwing is going to come in, and we can go for the Cross Poison. It will do a hell of a lot to Azumarill. There's no point in going for anything else. And I'm keeping my Kyurem in the back. I mean, not my Kyurem, my Crook in the back. Because I want to see how much this will do to how much a knockoff will do to an... Actually, I have Rock Slide, but I'd prefer not to have to risk Rock Slide missing. But it looks like we're going to have to. But Rock Slide should be a 2-hit KO. I mean, a guaranteed 1-hit KO. Crobat is in. I don't believe she can one-shot us, especially since she's not adamant. I really just don't see that happening. I know for a fact she's Jolly because I did EV my Sylveon to outspeed. An adamant Azumarill. And we are in with our Crobat right now. And let's just say you go for a Waterfall. That would be your best attack to use against us. Switches out into the Noivern, which I'm thinking is going to get 2-hit KO'd by this. We are Choice Banded, as I said. Yep, that is a 2-hit KO. My opponent could be running Scarf. But can you one-shot us? Noivern. Noivern. Let's just say you're the Life Orb set without the Life Orb. Because, you know, can't run the Spec set. That wouldn't make any sense. Against our Crobat, you cannot one-shot us. Catch this Cross Poison. You're not even Scarfed. Goodbye. Cross Poison takes out the Noivern, and then we will be able to finish this game off with our Crobat. Azumarill could go for the... Goes for the Aqua Jet, which does not do enough. As the Cross Poison cleanly takes out the Azu, that is a win for your No, we're not the Miami Heat Train anymore. We are the Dallas Manectrics. That is a win for the Dallas Manectrics. That was just a clean game, clean victory. Clean game, clean victory. No hacks. Just, that's the type of battle that I want to see. No hacks, no bullshit, no DCs. Just a nice, clean battle. But thank you, of course, to Misty for the battle. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I will see you all next week. Best of luck out there. I will see you all soon. Goodbye.